We just saw Julius Randle and Anthony Edwards lay down the blueprint for how Minnesota become a more consistent and better team. Now, their latest win was against a middling Hawks team without a few of their best players, but if you watch the Minnesota Timberwolves this season, you'll know they can play terribly no matter who is on the court with them. And that's how it's been lately. And their two high usage engines were major reasons for that. Slow, ponderous isolation ball has bogged down Edwards, Randle, and this team as a whole. Well, this game was the exact opposite of that. This game was exactly how they need to play to go to another level, both as individuals, as a two-man pairing, and as leaders of this Minnesota team. First possession of the game, you could see the intention was different than what we've seen lately from both of them. Straight into Horns action, getting both of them involved in ball movement and these staggered pin down screens early in possessions, and even when the play stagnates, it's not ISO, it's flowing into a handoff, short roll touch, read the defense, and then find Edwards so he can get into his bag against a defense who can't show him a crowd. It's surprisingly rare to see Minnesota run actions to involve both Ant and Randle, but they did in this game. Again, it's that horn setup. This time it's Ant setting a back screen for McDaniels to curl off, then rising up off the little Randle flip back handoff. Ant coming off that is always going to force the defender into help and leave this pocket for a Randle roll and instant attack, drawing all of the helpers and then slinging it back out to Ant for a catch and shoot three that he's hitting at over 50% this season. The Wolves need these two to play a better brand of basketball together, and this is a perfect breeding ground for that. Again, Horns, now it's McDaniels with the elbow extended touch, and Randle setting that middle pin down. Ant curls up off it while Randle rolls again, so the corner has to rotate off to tag Randle, and Ant hits Naz Reid so he can attack the closeout and get a bucket for himself. It doesn't always have to be Horns actions like it was in this game, but structure in the offense is paramount for this team, and it needs more. Look how the ball pops here, and how much movement we see from everyone on the court, and the shots that are resulting from those actions. Ant and Randle haven't really developed any two-man game together over 1.5 seasons. In fact, I think they've kind of been harmful to each other lately. But this game, the synergy together, that's what they need to do nightly. And it doesn't have to be set plays. Randle flowing into a quick handoff while the defense is caught up in a bad switch is an auto pull-up 3 bucket for Edwards. That beats slow isolation possessions always. If Ant comes off a ball screen and two jump at him, he finds Randle, Randle finds Gobert, they overhelp on Gobert, and McDaniels gets the dunk. First Naz Reid on that drive before, there it's McDaniels. These two playing fast unlocks them, but it unlocks the team more importantly. Really, I think what we saw in this game that we haven't seen before is just these two playing with a purpose. I think Randle is at his best when he's looking to play off handoffs, getting his teammates going downhill, and allowing the offense to naturally evolve instead of just dribble possessions. And I think Ant is at his best when he can not only get buckets in the post, but as the defense doubles, he just makes the most simple and most effective pass. That alone has the capability to just wreck defenses. They double once, he passes out and reposts. If they single coverage him, he just gets into his scoring bag. But when they bring that double back again, it's a quick decision, the defense is in rotation, and how valuable is Ayo Dosunmu going to be attacking out of those corners like that now for this team? Minnesota has been really missing this. These two are such gravitational forces within an offense. If they find the next man in early offense, if they use that gravity to force the offense into motion, they make the whole team super difficult to contain. I know it's only an injured Hawks team, but this will work against any defense with the way that these two are defended night in and night out. This is the perfect example of the difference. Randle has been driving into these barricades consistently lately, but when he opts for handoffs, when he rolls into space, now this defender has to step up, and that's such a better looking offensive possession than a pound the rock ISO. And that doesn't mean he still can't get into his scoring bag, but it just looks and feels so much better when he's playing with an energy and working with Edwards and then getting to his spots against a shifted defense. And when it's not there, when the defense is completely loaded up on him, he's a much better player when he's finding laser beams to Anthony Edwards in the corner than when he's trying to work in traffic. And look, it's not always going to be a 100% conversion rate, but the process in this game was so much better. Instead of getting to that left-hand drive through this pack of players, just keep the offense ticking over, keep attacking with pace, keep finding open players, and keep looking to spring open Edwards so one of the best scorers in the league can get better shots, even if he blows that easy one there. That version of Randle, mixed in with the scoring flurries that we know he can produce, is an excellent number 2 to Edwards, and not the anchor on the team that we've been seeing for like a month now. And just like Edwards is better and he's going to free up these aggressive defenses and make the offense work better more consistently if he's hitting these pocket passes that he was hitting in this game, even if it doesn't always work with Rudy Gobert. And now the thing we need to see is just this become a thing. This can't just be a one-game funk breaker from Edwards and Randle. They've been good individuals all season. In Edwards' case, he's been one of the best players in the league. But as a partnership, they've been bad. And lately, I think they've been bordering on toxic. Obviously, that goes for the defense as well, which will always leave something to be desired with these two. But if they're going to be offense-first players, then they need to be offense-first players who work as a pairing. They need to flow off each other. They need to create open shots for one another. They need to force defenses to react to their two-man game, and they need to use that to open up the floor for their talented teammates. If they don't do that, this team has no chance of getting to where it wants to go this season, and this wasn't a heavyweight win by any means, but it could be the first building block in all of that. If you want more breakdowns like this one, subscribe to Howls and Growls, drop a like or a comment, and help the channel grow. Thanks again for watching.